Hey, I'm not gonna keep you long. I ain't got nothing but a little bit left. The thing that I'm thinking about, like these last overnight hours, is that I came home with a falsifying birth certificate, and so it's like I just feel kind of a way, you know, like I actually feel a kind of a way. So like I know that I look like my dad, you know what I'm saying? So I know I'm not in the wrong place. But I just came home with a falsifying birth certificate. Okay, so then it's like 1,000 problems. And how do you fix your 1,000 problems? So, like, I had to learn how to complete a task. And I used the United States of America USPS to learn how to complete a task. Now, the USPS may have 1,000 tasks, okay? But I picked like maybe 6 activities to do with the USPS to try to make me feel better, okay? But it's still the point that I came home with a falsifying birth certificate. For my father to say to Secret Services, I signed my daughter's birth certificate. And for a U.S. Secret Service detective to pull my birth certificate and his name is not on there. And I just feel kind of a way, you know? Like, I really just don't know how to feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it takes you through, like, a whole lot of different changes, okay? Like I'm going through a whole lot of different changes because of that, okay? And so, like, the hospital I was born at was Richmond Memorial Hospital, okay? So, to come home from the hospital with a birth certificate that doesn't have my father's name on it makes me feel a kind of a way. So, I feel like even if I actually figure out how to put the website up, what actually should be on the website, because basically it's more so like a state website, basically. I just truly feel a kind of way because then the information that is in my hand is falsifying papers. So I have to show somebody falsifying papers to say, well, this is me, you know? So, like, I really just feel a kind of a way, you know? Like, to actually like, I had to, like, understand, like, I had to understand, like, people are doing falsifying things with banks. And from my experience of that, I came to understand, like, yo, my birth certificate is falsifying? Like, so, like, people are doing falsifying things with Green Dot. People are doing falsifying things with PayPal. People are doing falsifying things with any bank that you will, basically any bank that you bank with. Okay. Now I have showed you ways in which you can win money, and they are not falsifying. Okay. But I am putting everything in my change of name. Okay. So, like, but regardless to that factor, um, just regardless to that factor, it's like the birth certificate in which I got in my hand, in my possession, is falsifying. You know what I'm saying? Like I dropped the birth certificates and stuff in the USPS box because I need somebody else to look at the simple factor that my information is falsifying. So like I could want to go overseas and I have a falsifying birth certificate, you know, and so like I really like feel a kind of way about it. Like and my kids do too. Like my daughter birth certificate, the the one name has to change on the birth certificate. So like her name is false. Like it's just her the one name last name that she has. Name is not supposed to be that on her birth certificate. Okay, so now if my baby daddy and my baby mama, because that's what I call them, baby daddy and baby mama, get married, my daughter second last name has to change to her grandfather's, his father's last name, because that is not her child. Okay, so then her last name will look different. It'll be totally different than what it is. I don't have a problem with that. That is just how the law is set up. You know what I'm saying? And that is what her name should be. It shouldn't be what you see on the birth certificate. Okay, so now I can't tell anyone if they are or if they are married, right? But they baby mama, baby daddy. I love them with everything. You know what I'm saying? We are family regardless, you know. But if they sign sheets of paper, Asia, one of Asia names would change to her grandfather name, which is his father. Okay, so then because I'm walking around with a falsifying birth certificate, it's on what day is my birth certificate gonna come in the mail? Like it go deeper than just what my father thinks. You know what I'm saying? It goes deeper than just what my mother thinks. All right, so then you have to call the law in, and then a detective has to come out, and the detective will have to look at the simple factor that, you know, like my birth certificate is a falsifying birth certificate, because you have to call the law and they will have to do what they will have to do, but then there are steps in which I will have to take. You know what I'm saying? So it's like locking someone up to falsify my birth certificate, and then I will have to sue them because now I'm over the age of 18. So, like, I just really, like, feel a kind of a way. I want the situation to be handled. Okay, so, like, God will show you, excuse me, in different shapes and different forms. Like, I speak in a different type of sign language because I have comprehension problems. But God will show each person like I'm trying to say this to you. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get it and you have to say the words. And it's just like I actually realized that my birth certificate is falsifying. And it's not my fault. And that when I contact Secret Services in DC, I'm not the person that is wrong, but like I contact DC like on several topics, but I just understand like DC buildings, regardless if I don't know what to do in the building, but I just understand like DC buildings, and like and they have the same buildings in Richmond, but then I don't understand them. But I just like man, I am just like oh my god. But then I would kept receiving these emails. Like when I was 18, I was receiving money orders from people that I don't even know. Do you understand? I had my dad take some to Walmart, and then I took some to Virginia Credit Union, but I didn't know where they were coming from. So you have to turn them in, and then those people will find out where they're coming from. But I think that it's a whole nother procedure with that. Okay, so then um one time, like I think I was 21, somebody sent me a car key, but then they ain't sent me no car. So it's just like, I don't know what all this stuff is. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I don't know. Like, I just think some strange stuff have been happening to me throughout my life. And so, like, and people falsifying banks. So somebody was sending me emails. It's like, when you, like, had enough, you know what I'm saying? Somebody has sent me emails like, if you pay me this much money, I'm going to put this much money in your bank account. Okay, now, because of fake money orders, I was just like, I was like, okay, now it's time for me to really be asking somebody, because then, because the reason is because you don't know what is real and what is fake. Like, I don't know what is real and what is fake. So then the CEO of SunTrust was like, well, if you give me this much money, right, I'm gonna give you in return all of this whole bunch of money or whatever. So then I had a lot of emails from overseas banks and even US banks doing that, and I really didn't know what that was. Okay, and you have to understand that people have sent me fake money orders. But I'm not the only person, but just like, it's like a multitude of things that is like not right. That when I go and turn this in, this is fake. When this is fake, and then it's like, where did this stuff come from? This shit just ain't came from the thin air. You know what I'm saying? Like, something is really wrong with that. Okay, so I just wanted to take a moment to myself to take some deep breaths, because I'm just coming to the realization that the birth certificate that I'm holding is a falsifying document when my father says that I signed the birth certificate at the hospital. All right, God bless you.